Welcome to the WellPlayed DLC podcast, Australia's juiciest gaming podcast. I'm your host this week, Zach Jackson, and joining me is James Wood.
Hello, gamers.
Adam Ryan.
Howdy.
And Nathan Hennessy.
Hey-o.
How are we all going? It's been a few weeks since we've been here on the pod.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder, mate.
Doesn't it ever?
Nathan, how are you? Show us your finger. Give us a thumbs up.
Hey, me. Yeah, sliced the tip of my thumb off cutting citrus at work, and I was using a serrated, so it was a bloody scene. Fucking tickled too. No, it didn't tickle. It hurt like a motherfucker.
Nah,
Citrus.
no chance.
Serrated?
Serrated.
You're going to do, for Halloween, you're going to be Umaga from the early to mid 2000s WWE, who used the Samoan spike as a finisher, and to make it more potent, would tape his thumb to make sure that it has maximum impact. Zach, I was really hoping that maybe that was somehow in your wheelhouse of wrestling knowledge, but
Go again.
There was no
Who's
twinkle.
Umaga?
Nah,
Massive
sorry,
Samoan dude, Samoan spike. Yeah, okay. Nah, I fucked up there. I really thought I was pandering to a crowd, but I've failed. Sorry.
Rafiki, Rikishi.
Nah, no, not Rikishi. Related to Rikishi. I think it may have been his brother. He's dead now.
Oh, that was sad. Well, I'm no Iron Claw, but let's go on.
I will quickly just say apologies for if you're watching the video. My face is very enlarged at the moment. Next time that will be fixed. It's actually throwing me off. But anyway,
your face is very enlarged.
You'll see, like when you see a picture of the video, like when you see the video, you'll understand what I'm talking about.
He's been boxing bees again.
It's way too zoomed in, brother. Anyway, James.
Yeah, mate.
Tell me about yourself. What's news with you, mate?
What isn't news? I don't think I have any news at the moment. It's just been a really chill month, you know? Feels like it's been about a month since I've been here.
Seems about right.
Yeah. Yep.
Excellent. Adam, you're back from your jollies in Los Angeles. Got back to your Hobart time zone.
Yeah. I made the mistake so I flew in on the Sunday, and then I usually work from home, but occasionally I work in the office, and I went directly into the office on the Monday. Really, really, really poor decision. It was purely on the basis of I reckon I'll be fine. And it was kind of a bit of personal pride. I was like, I can go straight back to work. Physically, I can. Mentally, emotionally, and everything else that matters, completely checked out. It's cold, isn't it?
Yes, that one. We're in August, halfway through August, and it feels like winter's just getting started in my neck of the woods. Let's go.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's a bit
So that was fun to come back to.
Speaking of brutal, we have a epic show tonight. We've got Mafia, the Old Country review. And Nathan's been playing a little bit of Killing Floor 3. Might give us a little bit of a verdict on that, little bad boy. But before we get into those hot topics, James, I want to know what you've been playing in your little chill month. Have you been playing some cozy games?
My little chill month. I do love a cozy. No, I playing distinctly not playing things. It's been kind of nice. I have set myself the kind of deranged goal of finishing the Kingdom Hearts and Metal Gear Solid entries before the end of the year, which is ambitious. Brutal. I'm realizing as the days tick by, and I haven't touched either of them in 3 weeks or so. But Kingdom Hearts, that's a video game.
Going back, man. Going back is fucking hard because when we were doing our pledges, I pledged to do some of those early ones, and I started with what is story-wise chronologically the first one, Birth by Sleep or whatever.
Oh,
and
no, that's
the way that thing
choice.
Controls on PlayStation was fucking horrendous. And I got about 4 hours in. I was like, I can't crack this. I was out.
No. Yeah, fortunately, I'm dating not a Kingdom Hearts expert, let's say, but a fan on multiple levels. And so I've been given a sort of a game plan of how to get through all of this. We're just going to watch the cutscenes from that one because I've been told I should not play it. So.
Yep. I think that's so solid.
Yeah. But, other than that, not a huge amount. I kind of dabbled here and there, done a couple of demos, a little Hell Is Us that we can maybe talk about a bit later. But yeah, just, video games, man. Who needs them?
Who needs them? You
What
know
are
what?
they
I don't
good
know
for?
about Hell Is Us right now. Talk to me right now. about it.
Okay.
Give it to me.
All right.
Give me
So,
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay. I think that there is a really fun, kind of slightly jank AA experience going on in that thing. It's little Souls-like combat, it's little Skyrim-esque puzzles. There's comfort food in some of its components. The funny thing, though, is that like this thing starts with like a black screen and a white splash of text. Like, we're not like other games. We're not going to give you a map. We're not going to give you markers. We're a big game for adults, and we're totally new and unique. And then you start the game in a forest that is covered in white paint and glowing lights everywhere to indicate where to go. It was just very funny.
All right. And that's Hell Is Us.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, also the opening cutscene's kind of weird, but that's about it.
Good weird?
No, not at all. Because what if somebody watched a bunch of Kojima games and was like, I could do that, but they can't.
I'm sold.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Captain Hook in the corner. Nathan, what are you been playing?
Good. Yeah, I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom. I've finally come back around on that. We've discussed this before, maybe a year or two back, and I dropped it. I dropped it on the OLED because it wasn't clicking for me. And coming back to it on the Switch too, I'm convinced that maybe I just couldn't hack the performance compromises. It was really wearing me down. Having a fantastic time. One thing I'll note, I was a little thrown off. A few weeks back we had a discussion, or you guys had a discussion on Breath of the Wild, because Adam had played it, and Adam was asked the question if he'd help the lads build their village. James mentioned this.
Tarrytown. Yeah.
Just quickly, I went back and helped those little freaks and did that storyline. So I have done the Tarrytown thing.
Is it
so.
Tarrytown? Fuck. All right, because I was like, I don't remember this shit. And then I got to like the southeastern part of Tears of the Kingdom. I was like, is this what James is talking about? Because I got all these guys like, oh, we're going to rebuild this village. It's been taken over by pirates. It's going to be charming. And I was like, oh, this must be the guys. Maybe it wasn't. So I thought James was on some weird shit. Anyway, I'm rebuilding a town as we speak, but in Tears of the Kingdom. And the gentlemen, the only man crew, like it's all boys on the beach, they're just lovely. So
They are
I got
lovely.
mixed up.
Or as Adam calls them, freaks.
Oh!
Wait, whoa, hold the fuck on. Wait a second. Don't paint me as some
It's a full-chested F word there.
hold
from
on.
Adam.
Talking the boys.
Hold the fuck on. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. You know what? I'm going to choose not to defend myself. Fuck you.
Mute the mic. Yeah, that's all I got for you.
Fair enough. Adam, unmute. What have you been playing?
Mate, I've been playing a bit of this, a bit of that. Mainly Battlefields for the duration of this weekend from the open beta. It was a bit of a cathartic experience because I tried to get friends on board with 2042. Failed miserably. They played it and went, this fucking blows, and then dipped out. So here I was again, pleading with people, saying, no, this one's different. Battlefield's back, baby. We're all good. So they all, very... They were curious. They came crawling out of their holes, all of my friends, to jump into the beta. They were a bit dubious, but they were won over because the game absolutely bangs. So yeah, been playing a lot of Battlefield 6. I've been playing Cast and Chill. I will have a review out for it at some stage. You wouldn't think it would take me this long to review a game that you technically don't even have to play, but, that's how that works. It's beautiful, though. It's a beautiful, little serene experience. I just usually have it on my Steam Deck as I'm working, and it's just doing its thing, and it's just kind of nice and relaxing. But yeah, you'll hear more about that at some stage. But those are kind of the two things I've been into recently. What about you, Zachary?
Lovely work. Me, we'll talk about the Mafia later. But I've also been ping, trying to wrap up Rosewater. That bad boy I started on the plane to Europe. I'm nearly there. You know when you when you know a game is not the game is not bad, but when you play it for so long, it's just so disjointed because you've been playing. You jump in between things. You just kind of go,
Oh, yeah.
I fucking kind of hate this. And it's not like, it's not you. It's me. Like, I'm the asshole here for not finishing it already. Anyway, so look forward to that review. And we're playing some more Split Fiction with
nice.
with the old ball and chain.
Is she enjoying it?
She loves it,
Yeah, nice.
just like James loved that kind of game.
It was wonderful, mate.
It's good to hear that she's loving it.
I bought her flowers today, so it's all good.
She's a woman of extremes, I feel. Like, it's either hear, yeah, she's loving it, or it's the worst fucking thing on the planet. So I like to get where she is on the binary spectrum.
Of worst things on the planet. James, you've been reviewing Mafia, the old country.
What a segue.
That was so abrupt.
Well, Adam
So
gave
Mm.
forget
me
what we're talking about.
Gave you the layup, baby. You had to take it.
Life comes at you fast.
Does, doesn't it? Kind of like a car rattling down a Sicilian road.
Vroom.
Yeah, vroom vroom. Thank you, Nathan. All right, Mafia: The Old Country is Hangar 13's latest Mafia game. Quickly, where are we at with Mafia as a franchise? You need to say something, Nathan. This is an audio format.
I don't have a lot. You're right. Thanks for the reminder. So I like the first two, mixed on the third. Curious about the fourth.
Okay. Yep. Adam, you played any?
To my understanding, you had to refuel your car, which I thought was pretty novel.
That is novel.
Yeah.
I would have loved that in The Old Country. Zach, have you played anything?
So the first two have watched bits and pieces. I've got a code that I think I've redeemed for the remake. Sorry. I really want to play at some point. 3 I liked but didn't like. I liked the narrative parts of it and kind of the premise and the concept and the idea and things and bits and pieces, like some of the core the mechanical ideas, but not the execution. I thought it didn't play well.
I'm with you on that one, Zach.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's funny you said that you watched the first two, because Mafia: The Old Country is essentially split down the middle. You've got 5 hours of a movie, and you've got 5 hours of gameplay. Either one of these is a really bad place to start, because I think both are kind of bad. But as a premise, they've set it in the early 1905, I want to say. They've kind of done this fictional Sicilian township island kind of situation. You play as Enzo, who is an indentured servant who gets caught up in a mining accident and then by happenstance falls in with a crime family, the Tereses, I want to say. And of course the Tereses have the Don, who is this, softly spoken but firm father figure. The kind of the fuck up cousin who wants to rise to power one day but is kind of a shithead about it. The nice guy who's got a mustache and a wife. And the Don has a daughter as well, who is this she's just come into her own. She's beautiful, but she's untouchable. I hope you don't fall in love with her. And so over the next 5 hours or so, Enzo falls in love with her, and this thing kind of transforms from this loose potential commentary on sort of labor practices and the financial hardships that lead someone into a life of crime like the Mafia, into a sort of forbidden love Romeo and Juliet type situation. This chunk of the game is at best inoffensive. It is every sort of mob story you've ever heard of. I think SkillUp said that you can tell based on the box art what the story of this game will be. And the box art is just 4 people standing there holding some guns. Yeah, doing babada boopy, boopity bappada. I can do that. I'm Italian. It's fine.
That was me trying to get you to do it, so I'm glad you did.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So that part is just an inoffensive sort of mob story that I think gets overwritten and sort of overexplained in the way that a lot of video game writing tends to do. There is some pretty decent facial capture in here, and the performances are broadly okay, but they kind of suffer because things that should be subtle emotional moments between characters are immediately overexplained during extended walk and talk sequences, and so the game just feels very self-conscious about, like, it's trying to emulate The Godfather in a lot of ways, but it is scared that the average gamer won't be able to be patient enough or paying attention enough to maybe pick up on some of the nuances of that story. And so it has Enzo walk around explaining the significance of every single choice he makes or every item that he interacts with and whatnot. So I don't particularly like the story. I don't like watching these things happen. And then the gameplay is even worse. The gameplay is like actively bad. It's pitched as a linear game, mission-based structure, title cards for each mission and everything, which I do appreciate as a concept. They do put you into technically an open world that you can explore, but you need to go into that exploration mode through a separate menu. There are moments during some missions where you can roam a little bit off the beaten path, but mostly you are just restricted to start in one spot, horse ride or car ride to the next spot, and then there you'll engage in either forced stealth sequences or third-person shooting sequences. Occasionally you'll race a horse or a car as well. Shooting is bad. Stealth is really basic and bad as well. It's not particularly fun to play. There's a really rudimentary sort of perk system around some rosary beads and vague collectibles you've got of like statues of a god or some shit. And so it kind of ends up being like, I don't really like the story. I don't like watching it. I don't like playing it either. I don't like it. Questions?
Well, I've played no, a bit more than that. 4 hours maybe? 3-ish hours?
Okay.
3 to 4, let's say. And don't hate the story. I'm not particularly wowed at all by the story. But, you know, this sort of game is more up my alley than, you know, other games, right? Like, I do like linear type of games, but the gameplay is bad. Gameplay bad. Also, the start of this game is fucking boring.
It is so slow. In a way that would be admirable if it was interesting.
So I think, this is not verbatim. This is me trying to remember the Queen's quote. This is boring as shit. You can play this yourself.
Who?
So,
what?
And this is what Anna said.
You're referring to old Lizzie.
This game.
She wasn't around.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. I was talking about Anna, because me and Anna were playing this. I was like, you know, you really like this. You're into this sort of stuff. Yeah, this is fucking boring.
Binary spectrum, man. This is what I'm saying.
It is so slow. It is so slow, and it's like, even I'm like, man, this is like, you've got to give me something. Give me something. And it's real, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just real fucking mundane.
Yeah.
And like, why are you doing such a drawn out, boring fetch quest almost? Like, you know, when you go and see, like, the idea of it, of going, like, there's a really early mission where you pay people in the village or whatever it might be, in the area, you pay them a visit to basically collect your payments, right? To collect your fees for whatever it is that the Don does. And it's like that kind of idea is actually kind of cool, right? But the way you do it is not cool. It's not fun. It's boring. And James, you kind of didn't talk about it, but there's, I think you do either 3 or 4 of them. I can't really remember. But the last one is like far away, and kind of like when you, like maybe with Red Dead, I can't quite remember. When you're riding with people, you can kind of get that conversation and you get story beats and stuff. Yeah. This game just goes, you know what? Fuck it. If you want to just go to where you need to be, just skip it all together, and you can do that. So.
But there are conversations if you choose to take those rides. And so it's really bizarre because the cutscenes don't work as well if you don't have the interstitial conversations that are building up these characters, quote unquote. They're all pretty archetypal. You understand who they are immediately. But the idea that, like, the game gives you the option to skip those things, again, it seems incredibly self-conscious about what it's trying to be. Adam.
I have 2 questions. You asked us about our relationship with the Mafia series, and forgive me, have you played 1, 2, and 3, or are you jumping in as someone who hasn't played the series so far?
jumping in fresh. I've played a chunk of 3, and kind of like Zach, I appreciate what it was doing. I didn't actually like playing it all that much though.
Yeah,
cool.
It's and 1 and 2 I've dabbled sort of in like retrospectives and let's plays and all that sort of nonsense.
So this is a reasonably divisive game, I would say, because there are, for as many, I won't give away your score, but maybe lesser reviews, there are others such as our good old friends at Press Start. They gave it a big fat 9. They really enjoyed it. I'm wondering, because I know that Mafia 3 wasn't awfully well received because they went open world, and it was kind of the whole open world bloat bullshit that they just kind of, it didn't need to be an open world, but they forced it upon it because it was the style at the time. If this is more going back to the first 2 games and what people loved about those, they were linear stories and they were focused on the story. And I suppose the question that I have for you is, why is this awfully different from walking simulators that people love, right? Where it's just you're existing in a world, walking around, being told a story, and there are some interactive elements to it. So why is there such a big focus on the mundane aspects of the gameplay? Is it just because it's like quote unquote action, like shooting and driving and all of that jazz? Or food for thought.
I mean, I think there's a 2-pronged answer there. One is that 5 hours of bad action gameplay is a lot of interactivity when you're talking about sort of a 10-ish hour experience. It's a good chunk of the time what you are doing is just pretty mundane, actively bad shootouts and stealth sequences. And so these things are, if you look at something like, What Remains of Edith Finch, right? That had some pretty basic interactive elements, but each of them felt like they enhanced the narrative that was happening and they were unobtrusive. You did them, they were out of the way, you moved on relatively quickly. These impact the pacing in a pretty bad way. It is also specifically trying to sell itself as an action experience. And so I think if your action is bad, then we need to talk about the fact that you've made bad action. And on top of that, the walking sim kind of comparison, walking sims work because their narratives are engaging, because they are well put together, because they're well paced, they're well written, they're well acted. I really don't think this has much of any of that. And when there's this much of it, it just doesn't come together to sort of be anything. I like the concept of this game. I admire the structure of it. I think that linear is good. I think that removing bloat is good. I think they have the correct impulses. It's just what they've chose to build with those impulses is still bad.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, it doesn't play well. Like the action, it's just not fun. Like it's not a good. The shooting does not feel good. Like if you're gonna make a cover-based shooter, you want that shit to be tight. Like if that's your main interactivity, because the stealth is. I mean, stealth is. I don't know why stealth is so hard to do, but it's fucking crappy. But
yeah,
we haven't
because it reminds. Sorry, Zach. It reminds me again of Spec Ops: The Line is another example that I'd use, because that had like the combat in that was very, very average.
Yeah.
But it at least was there for a reason, because it was meant to kind of like hold a mirror to the player and be like, it's gratuitous violence for the sake of it. Whereas it doesn't seem like the gameplay here really has much to say.
Well, it's like in Spec Ops, I think the gameplay gave the narrative a bit more weight.
Yes, that's what I mean, yeah.
But let's, before we go to the score, James, let's talk about the knife fights.
Oh, the knife fights, the crowning jewel of Mafia, the old country. So these are based on like the Sicilian knife fighting culture. It is historically accurate that multiple times throughout the game you get pulled into these like cinematic knife fights, which feel very much like a Hellblade type situation where the camera pulls in a bit more. It turns into like this very methodical exchange of blows with a little switch knife. Dodge, block, parry, heavy attack, light attack, pretty standard stuff. They're not fun. That's fine. Whatever. I can live with that. What I can't live with is that for some reason, every single one of them follows the same routine of do a small amount of damage, get pulled into a quick time event where someone holds the knife to your neck and they go, I'm going to get you, Scully. And you push them off, and then you repeat that over and over again. And the thing that happens in the tutorial is the same animation rig that plays in the climactic final battle.
No.
It is just ridiculous.
No. Oh, bro. Oh,
Jesus.
Anyway, Zach, sorry, do you like the knife fights?
No, I do not. They remind me of. It's funny, like you posted on Blue Sky, and I can't tell. I think my heart hurts. But you want someone who replied to you through the order.
I saw that
in there, and I was like, brother, don't come at a brother like that. But that game had very poor knife fights. Like they weren't so much knife fights, but they were like quick time events, like which were based around basically knife fights, right? And they're just like that. Like if you wanted to give someone an idea, if you've played the order, but haven't played like Mafia, that is what they are. They're like that, because your final boss in the order is the same fight, cinematic and script as it is in the first time that you fight one of the Lycans. I will say it is beautiful. The game is gorgeous. The end.
I think it's rendered nicely.
Yeah, correct. Looks good.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks like a UE5 game.
It does. Seen one, you've seen them all.
No, it is a good setting. Like, it is a genuinely unique setting. So, kudos.
Now, what'd you score it?
It's a 4.5. I've seen a lot of people be like, oh, I'm so glad we've got like mid 7 out of 10s back. Like, no, this is only a 7 out of 10 if you're not using the scoring scale correctly. Like, what are we doing?
Oh my God.
I get you. For the scoring scale that only goes down to 6. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. Things can just be bad.
It's okay.
I agree with most of what you're saying. I think it hits in the 5s. I would be happy to give it in the 5s.
I mean, we're talking marginal difference.
Yeah, I know. But there's something hits different. When
There is something about hitting the 4s.
Well, but also, if you're looking at the words that not that, they're ironclad, but the words that go along with our scoring system, there is a difference between bummer and glass half full. Like, there does seem to be a distinction there.
Yeah.
It does sound like a fucking bummer.
I get that Zach's glass half full, but he's just that kind of guy.
He is. Look at him.
Too kind. Yeah.
I mean, even I'm a bit bummed because I think, well, James, you and I, we were kind of, a couple months ago, we didn't fight at all, but we were like, who's going to review this? Because we're both kind of keen, right? Like,
I was excited for this.
Yeah. Bummer.
Yep.
Should have had a knife fight, boys.
How do you reckon you say bummer in Italian?
Boom.
Bummer.
It's French, isn't it?
It does.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Oh, it was so authentic.
We should ask Russell Crowe. All right.
Fuck off, we should.
Yeah.
Killing Floor 3. Talk to us, Nathan.
Star of the show? Excellent. So Killing Floor is back for its 3rd outing. This is a cooperative 6-player first-person horde shooter. So the Killing Floor series has kind of followed a formula where you and 5 other folks will kind of jump into a level that'll be usually a combination of small outdoor space as well as interior spaces, doors and the likes. You're all getting ran down by a series of like mutant creatures. A lot of them are humanoid, some are spider-like. There's some mini bosses in here as well, with dudes with like chainsaws on their arms and like. And you're going to try and survive about 5 rounds of these with mates, whilst at the same time, the things that make Killing Floor especially unique is going to be the inclusion of like a metal soundtrack, so a lot of double kicking and heavy riffs playing alongside a slowdown mechanic. There's this kind of server-wide slowdown mechanic that's central to these games called Zed time, where the music turns up, the time slows down, and everyone just gets to go hectic, kind of moving just a little faster than everything else, whilst, nailing headshots, and it all gets very thrilling. And these Zed times normally kick in hopefully, just when things are getting a little too sweaty. So Killing Floor is a game that I enjoyed it was kind of like my high school teenager multiplayer shooter, me and the friends, because it is cooperative. But now we've come for our third outing, and that core vibe of Killing Floor is still there with the metal and the slowdown and the thrill. But a lot has changed, and not necessarily for the better. This is the first time that Tripwire have turned Killing Floor into much more of a live service-centric game, and there's been a lot of issues with that. So the things that I like most about this is Killing Floor, the last two Killing Floors, they had a few desperate needs for iteration and improvement. One of them was a movement system, because it was very easy. If you've got 300 of these Zed creatures coming at you and your 5 mates, it only takes 5 of these Zed dudes to crowd around a fella, and he's kind of stuck. He can't move, might be up against a wall, and they're reloading, and boom, they're down, and that's tricky. Now we can kind of clamber up and over everything. We can slide around. We've got a lot more movement. We've also got things like there was melee combat in these games, so it was you kind of avoided it if you could. But now we've got like a parry system. We've got dodges, so like as you're moving around, you can side dodge, back dodge, and stuff like that. So we're a lot more mobile, and that really suits the tenor of this game because it is quite fast paced. So having that agility is really nice. We've also kind of refreshed the weapon systems as well. So in a game like Killing Floor, it has a kind of a currency system like Counter-Strike. So as you're shooting down Zeds, you're slowly accruing money in between rounds. Everyone will get to sort of run to a corner of the map, and there'll be a trader, and they can sort of use their money or their dosh to buy new weapons. Each of these 6 players will also be choosing one of 6 classes, and none of these are mutually exclusive. There's things like medics, ninjas, the sort of a melee focused class. There's also like a firebug that, fire flamethrowers and stuff like that. None of the weapons are locked to the classes, so classes can mix and match, but classes are kind of encouraged to use the weapons that are native to theirs. So that's all kind of cool. In between matches, folks are also going to gain XP. This is kind of a Payday 3 scenario, though, where a lot of classes are going to... Every class has levels 1 to 30, I believe. It's quite a slow XP economy. You only get a very little amount of XP to level up these classes between matches. Why this is important is there's an extensive perk tree system, and it's quite a decent one too. You will be able to build your classes significantly different in terms of their utility to other players, in terms of how you specialise your perks. This is pretty good. The weapons. The weapons between matches can also be. Oh, sorry, no, it's back to the Payday 3 thing. Oh, yeah, so you get your XP for your classes through daily objectives, through like achievements, the Payday 3 style. I fucking like that. And the reason I really don't like that in this game is the objectives that you're having to complete to get your experience, to level up your classes, your 6 classes that all go to level 30. Daily objectives. So you've only got like 6 opportunities, like 6 very small opportunities to get any decent amount of XP. So what we've got here is a live service game with a very slow sort of XP economy, extremely slow to give you any kind of utility in your characters. And what this results in is a game that kind of locks you into easy mode. Easy mode or normal, as we might say in this game, is a very slow-paced game. Enemies just kind of sort of wander around, and you got to kind of chase them around the map. It's not the Killing Floor experience. You want the enemies to chase you, not the other way around. The problem is, because there's such a slow XP economy, it's going to take so long for you to level up any one of your 6 classes so they're actually viable to play the game as it's intended. All of the classes start just way too weak. All their weapons start with no attachments. Why that's important is weapons are they're not really any good without attachments. Attachments are where they kind of get their firepower. It's where they have abilities as well, like being able to do crowd control, electrify enemies, all these things. Long story short, one of my biggest issues with this game, despite the fact that it's got that Killing Floor flavour and it's fun, it takes a while for it to get fun. You're going to probably spend 10 hours just playing around in easy mode in the shallow end of the pool. It is boring because there's no challenge. Eventually you're going to get enough XP to get enough perks to be able to play on medium, but that's only half the story. thing I hate most about this game. In order to get your weapon attachments, which is going to make you viable to actually play the game as it's intended, there is a resource system. We're talking like 10 different resources need to be farmed for each of your individual weapon attachments to be created. And a lot of these resources they're kind of dropped randomly. Like they're not doled out in a way that you can rely upon. Some of them are, like you'll have to shoot security cameras in a level to gain a resource scrap metal. That's fucking infuriating because I don't want to be playing a zombie horde shooter where I'm looking for security cameras to shoot as well. And despite the fact that there's a very small ammo economy, don't want to be wasting my bullets when bullets cost so much. Anyway, to wrap this up, there's some key issues here, and there's some key positives. I really like the fact that we've still got that killing floor fave with the slowdown and the heavy metal, and it's quite cathartic when it all clicks and there's a lot of pressure and you got some mates. Problems are, this is on PlayStation 5, and it's not a good PlayStation 5 game. This has had a rough launch, and it's still in a rough state. Anytime I play it, I'm getting constantly subjected to frame rate lockups. In a fast-paced survival game, this is unacceptable. Too often, I have ended up dying. Other players have died because the game locks up, and it doesn't just lock up for PlayStation 5, it locks up server-wide. So everyone on the server is getting these infrequent stutters and lockups. This is not good. Controls on the PlayStation 5 are fucking awful. So I'll give you a quick example of this. The square button is the do everything button. It's the reload button. It's the interact button. It's the use zip lines button. It's the use turrets button. It's the use everything button. What's going to happen is, because the maps are kind of small, you're often going to be reloading. You're going to be pressing reload whilst there's something that you need, while there's something interactable near you, and that one button press is going to activate everything all at once. The amount of times you're in a firefight, you got to reload and you zip line accidentally because there's a zip line right next to you. You zip line to the other end of the map and then you die because now you're away from your teammates. The zip line's on cooldown, you can't take it back. Shit like that constantly happening. The controls is like they've never been tested. There's no adaptive feedback on the triggers, which I think is just a shame for a game like this, a first-person shooter on the PlayStation 5. Network issues just all the time. Like, I've had days where I haven't been able to get a match. I've had days where I've connected to matches with 8 people. This is a 6-player shooter. How that's happened, I don't know. There's also just capital G generic. Half of the enemies look the same in the old killing floors. They all had different outfits and stuff like that. They kind of look cool. Now they're all just generic flesh mutants, all of them. And sometimes they're grey, sometimes they're pink, but they all look the same. And that's just, I don't understand. And yeah, that's really it. I'm just so disappointed by the fact that they've clearly turned this into a long haul grind live service shooter without giving players anything to really latch their teeth onto in the meantime. The only people that are going to stick with this game are hardcore killing floor heads that are probably trying to relive the glory days, but to be honest, I can't see why this would hold your attention over any other live service shooters, particularly when the return on investment is so fucking slow. And it's got as many issues as it does. Look, there's still fun to be had, but you're just going to be mired in problems. The short of it is, if you're going to really want to play this game, this $60 game, don't play it on PlayStation 5. Don't play it on PlayStation 5. This is far... This feels like an early access game. And this is a game that has had a beta period as well. For it to feel like a beta this many weeks into launch, and I'll be clear, I've played over 40 hours of this since launch. And it's been out for a few weeks now, so not great. How are we feeling about that, guys? That's the long and short of it.
$60?
Yeah, or $58.90, something like that.
Christ alive.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at Tripwire's development history.
Yeah.
Weird little studio.
Indeed.
Have you touched the Rising Storm stuff at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
very different kettle of fish, yeah.
But good, right? Like, it seems like it was well received.
So it's night and day. So Killing Floor, kind of fast-paced horde shooter. Rising Storm, very slow paced.
Right. Okay.
Boots on the ground. One bullet from the other side of the map kills you, and you're spectating kind of thing.
Cool. I'm astounded that the studio is still kicking. Because that's a very lean output since 2006, and it seems like they're very niche on top of that.
Correct.
So, like, look, more power to them. It's just a shame that this one sounds maybe a little embracery.
It does, and it doesn't feel like there's any talent here from the previous games. This feels like a game that's trying to capture something that the studio did in the past, but they're kind of oblivious as to what made it work. They know that there was some fun music and slowdown and fast action, and that's as far as I got on the memo.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Where are we landed with this one?
5.5.
Hey.
We've had some good times, like mostly good times, but goodness, there's a lot of compromises and issues here. So, yeah, for the most part, I enjoyed my time with it, but I'm not going to recommend it.
Glass half full.
Glass half full
There you
indeed.
go.
Do we feel like that's a glass half full? Does it sound like it?
No, I don't know.
These guys aren't convinced.
That's
Like,
whose
fuck,
glass?
he's talking shit.
Yeah. That sounded maybe like you're drinking that in the old Sicily, maybe.
Killing Floor has held a nice place in my heart. So, yeah, I don't know. Little fanboy love there a little bit, but it hurts too.
Very good. Unlucky. We move on. Shoutouts time. We go Drag X Drive, and our good friend Jade Stevenson has reviewed this.
It's drag and drive.
What did I say?
I would have thought
Drag
You
this-
X.
said no. You said it correctly, but it's pronounced Drag and Drive.
when I
Why
see
would
the
it ever
X,
be
I think
called
it's
that?
cross. So I would have gone drag cross drive, even though that
Nope,
sounds
you listen,
worse.
Yeah.
You listen to
That's
the official Nintendo shit, and they call it Drag and Drive. But
Drag and
instead of
Drive.
putting just a fucking N there, they've put an X for
Why
no
would they-
discernible
that is-
Or even
reason.
the old
I'm just-
ampersand.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm
We
gonna
love
call
an
it Drag X
ampersand.
Drive. What are you going to do? Sue me? Drag X Drive offers engaging, fast-paced sports action with a reasonable assortment of single-player challenges in addition to online matches. The control scheme, while imperfect, said that weird, is better than expected, although the ergonomics leave something to be desired. While the game might have benefited from a bit more content, there's plenty of fun to be had. 8 out of 10 for this bad boy.
Jade is so very optimistic. This game is bum. It's not good.
Oh no!
I've played a little bit of it. It's interesting enough. Like, it's a novel thing to kind of, zoom around with the mouse controls. It is a motion control hellscape, and playing this game online is a fucking chore. So I'm really glad that she enjoyed her time with it. I did not.
Well, what
Did you arms?
I've played ARMS, but not long enough to have an opinion on it.
Okay.
I'd
At least
prefer-
arms looked cool.
I'd
you know?
prefer an ARMS 2 over this if we're going to
Yeah.
do the motion control business, because at least ARMS has like a pick up and play aspect to it, which is kind of fun. This just no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
now,
Would it be called
Adam,
Two Arms?
Oh, I like that.
Sorry.
I like that.
Zach.
That's good.
No, I just want to put this
Arms
question
and
to
arms.
Adam just to get a real honest reaction here. But how do you feel knowing that technically Drag and Drive
They got him.
is better than Mario Kart Odyssey or whatever the fuck the game was called? According to WellPlayed,
I think it's interesting that we're exploring our 1 to 10 review scale.
Tonight's the night
Very
for it, eh?
diplomatic.
very good. Well, speaking of things with seats, Kieran for Bruges has played a game called Is This Seat Taken? Short and sweet. Is This Seat Taken manages to make a joyful puzzle game out of classically uncomfortable social situations. It could have done with a bit more variety, even in its short runtime. But this is one that will speak to a lot of folks. Gives it a 7 out of 10. Solid. We
There
like
you
that.
go.
Looks cute.
You know what is cute?
Yeah.
Will World. And Josephina has reviewed.
You didn't
Will
even
World.
try. You didn't
I
even
didn't.
fucking
No,
try.
I did not.
Oh,
Will
I
World
think
is an
it's- I'd
enjoyable
kinda
enough
pay it.
game. I mean, maybe if you read Josephina's review, neither did the developers. Will World is an enjoyable enough game that gets right to the point of riding a bike and saving the world. The cycling challenges and narrative required nothing but a desire to work away at customizing your bike to best go up and down hills, slide around corners, and jump ramps. While its creativity and riding mechanics are minimal, it's vibe-based. World is perfect for a casual player who likes the premise of a bike-based society.
This kind of breaks my heart because when this was Ghost Bike, I had very high hopes for it because it looked like something that was really up my alley. And then they changed the name to Wheel World, which fucking blows, which was kind of the first salvo in my in the war against my desire to play this game. And yeah, apparently it's just not that great, which is disappointing.
So we're all aware of what this game looks like visually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. So I'm going to say a slur. This looks like an Annapurna game. It is an Annapurna game, but it looks like an Annapurna game.
Yeah, you're right, though. You are right.
Very good. All right, let's now. How do you want to do this? Do you want to do our quick roundtable Gamescom predictions?
Yeah,
first?
send it, son.
All right, who's got them ready to go? James, you haven't spoken in a while. Give me a prediction. No, he's not ready.
I've got nothing.
I've got two. I've got two. Mine are very rapid fire and quick, so I'll jump in front of the bullet for James. Hollow Knight Silksong will actually make an appearance. No release date.
Interesting about that, though. What makes you say that? I'm curious. Or are you just throwing that out there?
No, because so the whole deal with the Ally Xbox ROG X Ally portable, this is an Xbox whatever, is that
it is.
Silksong would be on the device day one or something to that effect, right? They confirmed that it will be on the device. The device is now rumored to be coming out in like October. So we're running out of time to show this off in any meaningful way. So unless Team Cherry just want to do a PlayStation and put it on a fucking blog post and be like, hey gamers, this is what we're doing. This kind of seems like the last place to be able to do that.
Wait, but you said no release date. So why...
Yeah, I'm just taking the piss. I do think it'll get a release date here. Right. I think it'll be shown off and get a release date here. And my other one is Pragmata. I think that will also get a release date here. I think it'll be like March next year because they've already confirmed it's 2026. But yeah, that's the other one that I'm expecting to pop up.
Very good. Nathan?
Yeah, mine are low balls. Marathon. Maybe get some kind of reintroduction to the public. But I know it's only been 5 minutes since it was like, we're going to pretend this doesn't exist for a minute and go back to the drawing board. But I don't know. I still kind of think there's some leaks to that because it's Bungie and just feel like they're kind of crashing out a little bit. So, bring it back, crash out harder.
Well,
yeah. No discussion on Marathon. I think we just moved past that, right? Like, I'd be surprised if we say anything. But Zach did tell me when I was drafting these up, get weird with it. So I'm not going to acknowledge that. And my second one, which I probably feel even less confident about, is because it's a Microsoft one. I don't know that Microsoft has much to do with these events. Back 4 Blood 2 getting a gameplay reveal. We know it's on the horizon.
Wow. Is that actually a total whatever actually in development of a Back 4 Blood 2?
I'm going to fact check myself, but I thought it was.
Is it Turtle Rock?
Turtle Rock?
Yeah, cool. I went to say Turtle Beach, but then was like, nah, they're too busy with headsets.
It doesn't look like it's official, but all evidence indicates that it is. And there was reports late last year. So, yeah.
I genuinely hope that this one, if it is a thing and does exist, is a lot better than the first. Because fuck, I want to enjoy like a Left 4 Dead style game.
Correct. They had the formula there, but there was a lot of compromises and issues. So if they can tighten her up, I'm down for Back 4 Blood 2.
James, you got anything at all? Or are you just going to fucking sit this one out?
I've been reading about all the stuff that's like meant to be there, or like the developers and publishers who are going to be attending, and what is there left to reveal for the year? I kind of feel like we're in a pretty everyone knows where we're at kind of mode at the moment. Like, we're not going to get a surprise Resident Evil remake. They can't do that while they're starting to market the next one. So like there's an easy one gone for me. I don't know. Phil Spencer shoots a developer on stage. People cheer.
All right. I'm going to go with Mixtape getting a release date.
Oh, nice. That's a good shout.
It's still listed as 2025 on Steam, so whether it's been pushed back or not, I feel like this is a good spot to do it. And speaking of Resident Evil, James, my friend, we're going to get a trailer, and it's going to reveal the second playable character.
Oh, is it Leon?
Little Leon. Or big Leon now.
Yeah, big Daddy Leon.
Big old Leon.
Gruff Leon. Was he Gruff before? No, he wasn't Gruff, was he?
Oh, Gruff.
No, he was Pretty Boy before.
Yeah.
He was Pretty Boy. He's always been Pretty Boy.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Twink Death is going to hit him pretty hard.
Shit. But we all expect it to be kind of a useless, not really necessary showcase, yeah?
A little bit.
I mean, Gamescom is it's big. It's been around for a long time, so...
I'm not saying Gamescom is pointless. I'm saying Jeff Keighley's opening night live Gamescom is a little bit pointless. It's just in an awkward spot. Like, they're holding off.
Is.
Like, no one's going to reveal anything big here. It's just like a few little trailers and some release dates while, tiding over for his big awards show at the end of the year.
Yeah, but that fucking costs money. I mean, they all cost money, but I think the Game Awards cost...
True. Yeah.
Cost a pretty penny, so, if you want to save a bit
Unless
of
you're
cash,
Kojima.
Well, yeah, he gets...
Mates rates.
All right. Now, to counter what Nathan said, he doesn't know how big Microsoft are at these events. James, you got the first news for us, baby? No, he doesn't. On the news this week? Are you even in the doco?
No.
I'm on the news this week. Xbox.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Xbox has binned contraband. So they've been cancelling shit left and right for ages, right?
Yeah.
He was referring to Black Ops.
No. I was referring to the list of games that are coming to Gamescom and like half of them
I
are
don't give a fuck.
games.
They've cancelled contraband.
We're going to talk about that.
I don't give a shit about Black Ops.
This is sad. This is disappointing.
Yeah, it's rough. So this is the one that Avalanche was working on. So they're the folks behind the Just Cause series. And the word on the street was that any game that had... or that was in the most recent Xbox showcase was safe from cancellation, and contraband definitely wasn't there. So it was kind of writing on the wall. And we've also seen fuck all from this game. It was announced,
nothing.
It had a cinematic reveal trailer that didn't show anything other than the word contraband. So then it's been binned off. So there's been no word of Avalanche getting shit canned, which is a good thing, but it's probably not the best sign for them. And the other little news tidbit to come out from this was that OD is apparently still in development, which is the Kojima Productions joint venture with Xbox, because that hasn't been seen in ages either. I personally wouldn't be it wouldn't floor me if that got cancelled either. I know a lot of the internet is like, no, Kojima's uncancelable. I don't know, man. Xbox are pretty good at cancelling.
I am a bit bummed about contraband. If you read the rumours that it was like a smuggler's kind of thing, that sounded
cool.
Cool. It sounded cool. I mean, obviously we haven't seen nothing, so know nothing about it really, but
yeah,
that kind of seems a bit cool. But I think that there's no way that they cancel OD.
I don't think they will. I just think saying that a Kojima game is uncancelable, I don't know. But no, you're right. I don't think it will get cancelled.
If they did that would just be monumentally funny.
It would be, yeah. Especially with he's also working on Fizzant for PlayStation, which is like the return to stealth action or whatever the fuck he called it. I've read somewhere that he said he was the only person that's currently working on it, which is hilarious. So yeah, anyway, speaking of Xbox, there are also a few games that have been confirmed for Gamescom. I finally got the segue.
Fine form, Adam.
Look at us go. So big old Jeffers Keighley has revealed 7 games that will be at opening night live. Those being Call of Duty Black Ops 7, Resident Evil Requiem, so look out, Zach, you might be right. Ghost of Yotei, Ninja Gaiden 4, The Outer Worlds 2, because we haven't seen enough of that game yet, Silent Hill F, and World of Warcraft Midnight, which I'm guessing is an expansion. So it's an interesting little collection of games. Are any of them surprising / exciting for any of you?
I mean, Requiem, sure. Silent Hill
Yep.
F, sure enough.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
The rest, sure.
I think I'm keen to see more of all of these, to tell you the truth.
Ooh.
Excited? I won't say I'm excited for Outer Worlds 2. I'd still like to see more. The one I'm most excited for is probably the one we're all most excited for, right? And that would be Requiem, surely. Yeah?
Yeah.
You in agreement on that one? James,
I do need to... Yeah. That initial teaser was really
you hungry?
weird in so many ways. Yeah, and so like I want to see some actual. I want to see gameplay. I want to get more of an understanding of the tone they're going for.
Yeah.
Adam, as someone who's keen on Yotai, I think, well, maybe we're all kind of a little bit excited for that, but I think you were the lead horse last time. Do you want to see more, or you just want to play it now?
So, funnily enough, I have gone, very much in the opposite direction. I got Kieran to do the news piece when they did the big blowout live stream for this, because I don't want to see any more of the game other than I've seen the first trailer, and that's it on purpose. So it's a sequel to a game that I absolutely adore. I don't need to be sold on it, so I'm happy just going in blind, or as blind as I can.
I like that. It's a nice way to be.
Yeah.
Very good. Excellent. Good job. Let's go to off topics and wrap this little boy up. No 2000s film of the week this week. Sorry about that. What have we been watching?
Wait, says who?
I say that because we got to go.
Have we all seen Weapons? Have we all watched it?
I really want to see it.
So Zach's the only one out.
Baby, let's go.
All right, let's spoil the fuck out of it for him.
Kids, eh? Aren't they crazy?
Zoom, zoom.
I liked it. I don't think I am in love with it. I don't think it's the big blowout horror film of the year. I think that is very much bring her back. I think that movie is fucking phenomenal. But I liked it, all in all. I thought Weapons was good.
And I'm going to echo everything Adam said before handing over to James with the spicy take.
I didn't say anything.
No,
I
you're
was just sitting here.
This is your time to shine.
We know your energy, James, for fuck's sake. Come on.
It is. I think it's good for the first half. I think the back half is a mess.
I agree on those points too.
Yeah, it's hard to get into without spoilers, but I think that thing is trying to do a lot of different points of commentary and a lot of thoughts on its mind. And I think it accidentally, I don't think it's intentional, I do think it accidentally backs itself into saying some pretty fucked up things about its subject matter. And I don't know, man, people enjoy what it descends into. I think in descending into what it descends into, it just wraps around to being a little conservative, maybe a little stupid, a little homophobic. Who knows? What's going on there?
Trying to unpack that I'll definitely have to go into more.
Yeah, we can talk afterwards. Yeah.
I definitely think there are some excellent points of tension in the first half that I was hoping that would continue on throughout the whole film, that they just kind of they forget that tension is important in horror in the back half, which is unfortunate. There's one particular scene that had me like my fists balled up in the first 30 minutes that I thought was fantastic, but just it couldn't meet that height.
Can you give an indication for what that might be?
At night in a car.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Loved
yes,
that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so you had to be there, Zach. No, so the first half of it's very prisoners coded and makes some promises in its narrative. It tells you, it's very comfortable to tell you what movie you're in for right at the start and set some promises and expectations that it simply forgets that it did.
Yeah, I agree. I still think though, Zach, it is definitely worth going to the cinemas to watch though.
Really? I don't think it's a cinema watch.
I think it was a fun cinema watch. I would say so.
But then again, I did have the cinema to myself, so it didn't quite hit the same. I was like, why the fuck am I not on my couch?
Lucky boy.
Yeah, this was cinema to myself like 3 days into its run.
Jesus.
Yeah, right. No, I'm keen. Hopefully this week, but you'll like this. I did watch last night, in fact. Bring Her Back.
Hey, how'd you
It
like
is my favourite film of the year.
Really liked it. Really good. Really good.
Yeah.
How good is that
actually
Veronica's sequence?
Oh, truly.
I don't remember.
Untouched?
I literally only watched it last night, but I can't remember.
How? It's the most iconic scene.
Oh, well.
Sorry.
Not Veronica's fan, I take it.
No.
Bitch.
How brutal is the knife? Awful. Just really
mate.
awful to watch.
was.
And here, like the audio that goes along with that is...
I
Ugh.
almost found the bench worse.
Oh, the bench is bad. Yeah, there's some rough
But
imagery.
yeah, no, very
It's
very
a gory
well acted.
film.
Very well acted. Yeah, really did enjoy
Sarah,
it.
what's her name? Sally Hawkins, the British
How
actor
is she
from
not
Shape of
Australian?
Water. That's the first thing I said. I said to one of my mates, I was like, I didn't know fucking Sally Hawkins was from Australia. And they're like, no, she's
Right?
not. And then I looked it up, I was like, she's fucking not. Like, how often do you get that from an actor outside of Australia that
Truly.
pulls stuff so well? The only
Unbelievable
other one I
accent.
could think of is the dude that did Martin Bryant in Nitram. Fucking, what was his name? I know, right? Martin Bryant of all. Caleb Landry Jones does an awesome Australian as well.
Yeah, right.
Anyways.
Well, the brother is also British as well.
No, what?
Fuck
Yeah.
off.
Damn.
Is he really?
Yeah.
That is remarkable. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
All right.
There you go. I also watched the first episode of the new Alien TV show, Alien Earth.
Yep.
Thoughts?
Don't know
fun.
yet. I'm not too sure how I feel about it yet. I don't
Second
love
episode's
Alien like
better.
everyone else, but let me see more first.
Get
Is it
the
on Apple
second
TV,
episode.
for fuck's sake?
No,
No,
on
it's Disney.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, of course it's on Disney. Yeah, yeah.
And that is all from me. Anybody else before we hit the hay?
Yeah, I got one after James.
I started reading, oh fuck, I've forgotten his name. Claremont's run of the original X-Men comics from the 1970s.
Yeah, I read a fuck ton
Fun.
of that. Yeah, well, I mean, Claremont's
Having
got the only
a good
worth.
time.
He's got the only run worth reading. I don't like Joss Whedon's run.
I've heard controversial things about it. I am looking forward to, is it Morrison's though? His little, I think it was right before Krakoa. He did a run of X-Men that I'm keen on, but yeah.
It's good stuff.
I'm X-Men pilled now.
You
It's
should
fun.
be. Yeah, Claremont era is
Yeah.
the good shit.
Yeah.
I'm on a Twin Peaks kick. I've tried to watch Twin Peaks like 3. I think I've seen the first season like 3 times. It never clicked. So I've sat down, I've given it my full 100% attention because admittedly I've only background watched it. So I've locked the fuck in. I've gotten 10 episodes through season 2 and it's finally clicked.
Oh, good.
There's a point in season 2 where you should probably stop.
That is the point. Like, I've hit the point
good.
where you need
Okay.
to stop. It's very clear.
Yes.
But otherwise, it's been fun.
Yeah.
And I'm going to continue through because I'm like, fuck it. 10 episodes. Well,
You're already
11
there.
episodes
Yeah.
left. Let's knock it out. Let's get into the revival. Let's see what we're
Surely
in for.
you think, how bad could it be? Have fun.
I mean, James is wearing thin. And I'm told there's a lot more James to go. A lot more James.
Oh my God, more James.
More James.
I know. Yeah. Always a bad idea.
It is.
Boys.
All right, we calling it.
Yeah, mate. Send us home.
Yep.
Wrap it up.
Tight 63.
Tight 63. If you want to check out any of the reviews we've spoken about tonight, you can go to www.well-played.com.au. You'll also see the finally published Made in Australia all about Lucernal, the Melbourne studio that is actually, if you didn't know, you might not have read it yet, they are a architecture visualization studio that have also pivoted to game design, which is kind of neat.
Huh.
You can check us out on the social media. We are at Twitter at WellPlayed_AU. Blue Sky is at WellPlayed. Facebook, WellPlayed_AU maybe. But if you want to check us out visually, you can go to YouTube and it's WellPlayed_AU. If you are subscribed to the YouTube, keep your eyes locked and loaded because there is a little video coming soon. Can't confirm you when because it depends when it's edited, that you will hopefully check it out and enjoy. Other than that, you boys have a great weekend. Enjoy Gamescom.
How could you not?
How could you not?
It's been a pleasure to get back in your ears for another week, folks. Enjoy.
Catch ya.
And take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.